Done differently if you had those last closing seconds, minutes to do again?
Nope. I like the quality. We had quality shots coming down the stretch that we just didn't make, and came down to the final play. And our guys fought all night. Defense was solid. Game plan was executed at a high level. We got to knock down some shots.
What did make scoring so hard, especially in that first half? Nobody in double digits at halftime.
They have a good defense. They turn teams over. They're pretty handsy in terms of their ability to put their hands on you, and they're physical. So it's playoff basketball.
What can you take from this and apply for Wednesday to produce a different result?
A lot of positives throughout the course of the game. Like I said, our game plan discipline was at a high level. Our defense was extremely solid. And offensively, we got quality looks, but we didn't knock them down. A couple key plays down the stretch. A couple turnovers that we wanted back, but other than that, that's what you want. It's a game that comes down to the final few possessions.
Got 4 offensive rebounds kind of on that one sequence there, in a really close game, is just not being able to convert on any of those, kind of a difference in a close game like that.
We needed to be more poised when we got those rebounds. That's part of the plan, is go get them, but we took some shots and we had 14 seconds left on the shot clock. Like, get the ball out, be solid. They close out to us, drive it, make a play. But I thought we got a little sped up once we got those opportunities to shoot the ball.
What were they doing on Brandon to make it difficult for him in this night?
They have their hands on him, and they're being physical, and he's got to continue to play through it.
The physicality Dort's going to bring, that's not going to change throughout the whole series. What do you got to do to kind of free BI up and make it a little easier on him?
It's not about what we need to do to free BI up. This is going to be playoff basketball. He's got to continue to play through it, have some gamesmanship out there, got to go to the free throw line a bit more. This is just what it's going to be. We're physical with them. They're physical with us. And that's a part of the game. That's a part of playoff basketball. Continue to play with force, play with speed, and get quality looks, take care of the ball.
You guys did a pretty decent job against Shea in that first half. What do you think he was able to do in the second half just to kind of get himself going a little bit?
He's going to touch the ball a ton, and we want to continue to make it tough on him, throw different looks at him. He can make shots. He's a good ISO player. He does a great job of getting to the free throw line. If you put your hands on him, he's ripping through, and the refs are calling it. We have to do the same thing. We shot 9 free throws. They shot 13, so we want to get that number a bit higher.
Yeah, but just in general, what do you guys have to do just to be a little bit more efficient offensively, just to get better looks on that end?
We just missed them, and sometimes that's how it goes. First playoff game, they're a good defense. We got quality looks, but we'll settle into the series, continue to look at the film, go back and see how we can generate even more quality shots for ourselves.
Coach, when Jonas got it going in that second half on the board, and even throughout the whole game, I mean, for you, from your perspective, I mean, when he's that dominant on the glass and being able to get you guys in rhythm in that sense, I mean, how big of a boost has it been? Was it for you guys, throughout the stretch to keep you guys in that game?
It was huge. JV was fantastic with his ability to dominate the glass. We could throw the ball into him. He settles our offense down a bit, and he's a mismatch for Oklahoma offensively for us. Trey was good. He's been good all season. He's been good, obviously, honestly, the past couple seasons, being able to step in to that role. And, he's dangerous when he steps on the floor.
He played a really big role defensively in this one as well.
Yes, his defense was at a high level, especially his length and his size, his ability to contest shots. I thought he bothered some of those guys with his contest ability. And, he's going to be key in this series for us.
Anytime you lose in the playoffs, it's tough. But this kind of feel like one that you guys kind of allowed to slip away. That you have to being so close there at the end and making that run after you fell behind by 10, not being able to pull this one out.
Yeah, obviously that's there. We had the game. I wouldn't necessarily say won, but we definitely had control over it coming down the stretch, and we let it slip away. Like I said, a couple key turnovers. We had a shot at the rim. We had a kick-out 3 that we missed. So, shots that we can make.
Coach, how deflating is, at times, especially when, you guys are blitzing the screens, it seems like they're having counters to, you know, everything. I mean, obviously you've seen it throughout the season, but now in the playoffs and how deafening it can be, you know, to you guys specifically, just in general, when you guys are, you know, countering, you know, some of their blitzes and whatnot. I mean, how is it for you guys how do you guys have to respond to that?
It's not a deflating mentality for us at all. It's a next play mentality. We understand that this is it's a playoff series. You know, it's a long series. First game, there's going to be times where they're doing things and you have to counter. You have to make adjustments. That's a part of playoff basketball. But our mentality is continue to execute our game plan at a high level. We'll go back, watch the tape tonight, and see some things that they did and see what we can improve.
What was kind of the explanation on the play where they called the jump ball and then Mark challenges it and they ended up giving y'all the ball? What did Tony kind of say about that?
Well, he was successful in the challenge because it wasn't a jump ball, but it was our ball instead of theirs. And I'm not sure what happened with the timeout. You know, I'll let him and Mark talk that out. Absolutely. Yeah. All right.
did it feel more physical than regular season, a play-in game or anything like that?
Yeah, it was definitely more physical. I thought Lou Dort did a good job of keeping his hands on me, being physical, keeping his body on me tonight. And the rest of their guys just being keyed in on drives, knowing personnel, and disrupting the game.
And what do you feel like, an adjustment you guys can make if Dort's just going to be, like kind of right in your jersey or Jalen Williams or whatever?
Let them do it. We'll be ready. I'll be ready. Let them do it.
Yeah, and then there was, I think, a sequence, last 2 minutes or so where you guys got 4 offensive rebounds and weren't able to score off that, in a really close game. Is that kind of like one of those, I guess, ones that makes a difference in the end?
Maybe. Anything can turn a game. But we played defense at a high level today. We know we got to lock into the details of the game. Lou Dort had a couple offensive rebounds along with a lot of guys that had offensive rebounds. But we come back, we lock in. I think the encouraging thing is we lost by 2 tonight, and some of our players didn't have their best games, and we're encouraged by that.
Guys trying to, put hands on you and stuff like that, get physical with you, that's something that's not new to you. That's something you've experienced your whole career.
Mm-hmm.
Just in general, what do you need to do to respond when guys are trying to play you like that?
Continue to be myself. Go back to the film. Communicate with the guys what I can do better. How I can make the game a little bit easier for myself and for my teammates. And just be strong with the basketball, I played Lou Dort. I played OKC a lot of times and had a lot of success. So this won't be the first time.
And just in general, what do you think about the job y'all were able to do against Shea tonight? Just throwing a whole bunch of different bodies at him and trying to give him different looks.
Well, he still made some tough shots, some important shots. But we just try to throw different bodies at him, stay in front of him, send help where it was needed. And just try to keep him off balance. I still think he was aggressive. He attacked. He got his teammates involved. And we just try to continue to throw different things at him just to try to keep him off balance.
And you mentioned, a few guys didn't necessarily shoot the ball as well as you're used to seeing it. What do you think would be the key in game 2 just to get better looks on offense, just to be a little bit more efficient on that end?
Yeah, well, I thought we got good looks, especially driving and kicking out to the 3. We had maybe 10 open threes. We just didn't shoot well tonight, and that won't be every night. We'll continue to get those shots. We'll continue to see what's open, and like I said, we'll go back to this film and try to dissect it and see how we can be better.
With you battling back from injury, coming off these last 2 games and finally to get here and be in the playoffs and be able to get back, kind of starting to try to get back in the rhythm. I mean, how do you try to, get back into that rhythm? Obviously in the playoffs now.
Yeah, keep shooting. I'm not here for nothing. The story is already written. I just keep going, find my groove, but in the midst of the offense, it's not about me. I'll find myself as we continue to keep going.
Yeah, that was kind of my next question. You, even when your shot wasn't falling, obviously you're still getting your teammates involved, getting to your spots to get them open looks. How did you feel about the way that you guys did that today, even that it was a close game?
It just wasn't consistent enough for me. Got to be more in control of the game, got to make good plays no matter the physicality or not. And I got to be there for my teammates. He kept us in the game. He was part of it, knocking down his shots, getting to the rim, finishing. And on the defensive end, he was solid too. Staying in front of Jalen Williams, staying in front of other guys. And we got some good offense from his defense. Appreciate you, buddy.
first playoff start for you tonight. Only sat 4 minutes. Had one of your better games of the season. I mean, what did you see out there today and make you go the way you were going today?
For me, I would just say it was just being aggressive, letting the game come to me, and just trying to make the right play. I also played well defensively. I feel like first half I had a few, defensive mistakes, and I tried to make up for it second half.
I mean, throughout the game, it seemed like, altogether, obviously the atmosphere had a lot to do with the swing of the game and everything for both of you guys. I mean, what is it like playing in this atmosphere at this point in the season now?
No, I mean, for me, like going into the game, you're obviously excited for the game. And then we ran out there for layup lines, and you just see the crowd, you feel the energy in there, and it just gives you a second win. Like, you get really excited for it. Like, these are the moments you live for as a child. And so, I'm just grateful to be a part of it.
Hey, CJ, what did you just see on the final play? What do you think about the look you got right before the buzzer?
Got the switch. I should have attacked a little earlier, a little faster, but credit him. It was good defense. Point fake step through. I thought it was cash, and I missed it long, but game shouldn't have came down to that. We had some possessions that we didn't take advantage of. Defensively, I gave a couple of offensive rebounds to Dort. We had a turnover off an offensive rebound. I missed the open three from the wing after we had 3 or 4 possessions. 3 turnovers. So I think there's just ways we can tighten up a little bit better so that it doesn't come down to that. But I like my chances, with the ball down the stretch. I'll live with that.
You guys got 4 offensive rebounds and weren't able to convert at one point late in the fourth quarter. Is that one where you look at like, man, that's a difference in a really close game?
That's the one. That's the one we got to have, and those are the moments where you got a chance to kind of close the door on them, and we didn't do that. But credit them. They played well. They battled back, and they won the game.
I know it's the playoffs. Just how, I guess, handsy or physical did that game feel overall?
I shot 22 times, 0 free throws.
Going into this one, they're going to feed Shea, almost every time down. What are some of the keys when you're game planning against him to try to just make things tough on him?
He's good. He's in the MVP race for a reason. Finishes well around the basket. He's got to step back, gets to his midi. It's very hard to guard, and I think you've seen that tonight.
And just seeing the way that they're guarding B.I., what do y'all think some of the things that y'all need to do to try to maybe free him up or get open looks for other guys? How do you just kind of combat the way you're guarding him?
So I'll watch the film tonight, and we'll come up with a game plan for next game.
For you, Trey, just being able to, you talked about, just being in a whole different place the last time you were on this stage. Just how did it feel just to, be able to do some of the things you did during the regular season in this game, hit some shots, and be able to make an impact?
Well, I think overall it was just staying calm, staying even the entire time, and just losing yourself into the game. That was the biggest thing. I feel like early on I was definitely excited, amped up. As the game progressed, I feel like I settled down a little bit and just lost myself into the game.
And how important will it be to continue to attack the offensive boards against that team, knowing y'all got some size advantage in certain positions and being able to use that to kind of fuel some of the other things y'all do on offense?
It'll be very important. Got to get second chance points. Try to get more opportunities on the goal.